Okay, fight fans, fight fiends, welcome back to Manny's Thoughts. I, of course, Manny MTL or Manny Montreal. Make sure to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, and of course, thefightcity.com. As usual, I'll give you guys my thoughts on what's going down in the world of combat sports. Let's get started. First up, as usual, congratulations are due. Now, this first one, I did not get to watch live. Luckily, a Fight Fiend sent it to me, and I had to go back and rewatch it. And man, am I happy that I did. Hopefully, you guys will tune in and watch this kid in the future as well. Charles Conwell. Beautiful body shot finish for this young man. Quick congratulations goes out to Teofimo Lopez. Everything I say he is, this kid is just great for the sport. Looking forward for more from him. He's calling out Lomachenko. I love it. It's great stuff for the sport. Sinisa Superbad, also with a beautiful body shot finish. Fantastic stuff from her. And last but not least, Manny Pacquiao. A great in the sport. Arguably the best fighter fighting today. Adding more belts, adding more records. It's just insane amount of stuff that Manny Pacquiao's done for the sport, and I will always support him, especially when he looks as good as he did against Matisse. Now, a lot of people could argue that Matisse was done, or that Manny's being able to do some extra things in Malaysia that allow him to return to his old ways. That being said, I don't care. Manny Pacquiao looked great. Matisse is still a great warrior. Here's hoping Bud Crawford, Manny Pacquiao. Now, for those of you that are hoping for another Mayweather fight, I just want to point out that Pacquiao is more than likely not going to be fighting outside of the Asian market. And for a lot of the same reasons, I don't see Mayweather ever stepping outside of Las Vegas for a fight. So that being said, Bud Crawford, Manny Pacquiao, Bob Arum still wants to keep his fingers in Manny Pacquiao despite Pacquiao Promotions doing pretty good on this show. And despite it being on an ESPN app and a lot of confusion about the time, it is what it is. I'm hoping Manny Pacquiao one or two more great fights, and hopefully he can retire and keep working as a senator and maybe help his country. As far as the rest of the week goes, guys, it is fight week here in the Fight City. A lot going down on thefightcity.com. As you know, I still have my giveaway going down. This is pretty much the last video for it. Last week's video, I brought it up. You guys can have this autographed Jean-Pascal, WBC champ, Everlast signature glove. It can be yours. I am giving it away to a lucky fan that shares this video or last week's video. Tell you the truth, there isn't that many people that have played so far, so the odds of you winning are pretty good. So go ahead and share. I am more than likely going to end up getting my own version of this, and it kind of kills me to give away, but it is what it is. I do appreciate the fans that are watching this and sharing it, so this is the best way I can show you guys how. Now, as far as other news, yours truly was in the French newspaper, Journal de Montréal. Very last page, they asked me my opinion on the whole Jean-Pascal Bosse fight. Between what was written and what I sent them in English, I think there's a few things I would have changed, but it is what it is. I understand they only have a certain amount of space, and I write pretty weird, and it's hard to edit me. So, that being said, my thoughts on the fight. Guys, it's going down Friday night here in Quebec, in Laval, to be more precise. Great undercard, Marie-Eve Decaire, Jordan Balmier, amongst others. It's a fantastic night of fights. Main event is Jean-Pascal Bosse. Now, unless you read French, I'll give you my English version of what I told Journal de Montréal. Basically, it kind of sucks because there isn't going to be a winner. There's definitely going to be a loser, because even the winner can go home with some consequences from this, or damage. So it's still a fight, you know. A lot of people are like, oh, this is a joke. It's like, listen, man, they are still really hitting each other. There's no jokes about this. However, here's the thing. Pascal wins, which, by the way, he's supposed to. He's made a few bucks. He hasn't really done anything to lower or increase his stock, so to speak. And, I mean, it's not really a fight to retire on, so it's not a retirement fight either. So I don't really see what he gets to gain from a win. And from a loss against Bosse, well, if he were to lose against Bosse, then people will just be talking about how Jean-Pascal was done a couple years ago and that he's washed up and that Bosse got lucky. So Bosse winning doesn't really do anything for Bosse other than having Jean-Pascal on his resume. The thing is, it's happening at heavyweight. It's not even in Jean-Pascal's weight category, so him beating Jean-Pascal doesn't climb him up the rankings. And let's face it, it's his second pro fight. Am I happy about it? No. But is this the position we're in? Yes. See, here's the thing. Luce Bute's retired. David Lemieux's with Eye of the Tiger. And Adonis Stevenson's in love with Toronto. Big names are hard to come by. And maybe that's the promoter's fault for not having pushed other fighters into the spotlight. But this is where we're at. And this is the bed we're lying in. We're going to have to sleep in it. So, that being said, it's still big enough to bring in the French newspaper and all the local French news stations. This is what you need in order to promote the undercard for these young fighters like Jordan, who I predict will be a star, who Mariev, who's a fight or two away from being a world champion. This is important for the sport, so this is why I'm not poo-pooing it. That being said, even though I'm giving away the glove and I'm talking about it right now, the truth is, I didn't go to the weigh-ins and I'm not going to be going to the fight. Now, hopefully I'll be watching it from home, but there's a chance I won't be doing that either. Times are tough. I took a bit of a hit, and I gotta reorganize the way I'm doing things. So, for the time being, this is pretty much the only way you guys are gonna get any Manny Montreal content, that is. I don't foresee taking videos or pictures anytime soon, unless things change for me sometime soon. Also going down Friday, Showtime in Iowa, of all places. Jaron Ennis versus Armando Alvarez. It's for the WBC silver welterweight title. There's also a really interesting heavyweight on there, Shile Zhang. They call him the Big Bang. He's a giant Chinese man, 18-0, 14 KOs. I mention him because maybe he'd be an interesting fight for Oscar Kaboom Rivas. Saturday, we got plenty of stuff to talk about. Saturday afternoon, the World Boxing Super Series is back. My sweetheart, this fantastic tournament that they put together is finally coming to a close. Murat Gassiev versus Alexander Usyk. 26-0, 19 KOs versus 14-0 with 11 KOs. The IBF, WBA, WBO, WBC cruiserweight titles on the line. There will be one champion at the end of this. It's a fantastic thing for the sport. Really happy the World Boxing Super Series has been a success so far. This is going to be one hell of a fight. A lot of people are asking for my pick. It's a tough one. Gassiev's a really good boxer. And Usyk is phenomenal as well. And the truth is, I kind of like Usyk. I don't know what it is. There's something about his personality that just sings to me. I really like the dude. And based on feelings alone, I am picking him to win by TKO. A quick mention, the super middleweight champ, Cecilia Brækhus, is going to be fighting. She's 33-0. She's fighting a girl who I think has 7 pro fights or something. It's kind of messed up. But you got to consider that the IBF, IBO, WBA, WBO, and the WBC belts are on the line. This is one hell of a fight. If this girl, I'm going to try and say her name. Her name is Ina Sagaidakovskaya. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to try and say her name. Ina Sagaidakovskaya. Sagaidakovskaya. I'm not saying it again. She's got a shot despite having such a limited career at basically every belt out there at welterweight. So, one hell of a female fight. Real quick, guys, going down on UFC Fight Pass, Glory Kickboxing 55, Madison Square Garden. Huge lineup of fights. More importantly, Montreal's most talented fighter will be fighting. Jonathan DiBella, the Frank Sinatra of kicking people in the head. Personally, I wish I had the funds to be there because I want to watch this kid fight live, and it'd be cool as hell to see him do it at MSG. I predict a victory. I predict victories for the remainder of his career. These statements will not change. Jonathan DiBella is an unnatural talent. If we were in the Dark Ages, we would probably burn him at the cross for sorcery. The kid's phenomenal. It kills me that the rest of the media hasn't picked up on this kid. I'm telling you, this is Sidney Crosby, this is LeBron James, this is early George St. Pierre. This kid is that freaking good. Madison Square Garden, UFC Fight Pass, Glory Kickboxing. Guys, tune in, watch this kid fight. Trust me on this. Two quick shout outs. First of all, going down in Ontario, United Boxing is going to have a great night of fights. Also in Memphis, the man himself, Chop Chop, DeMarcus Corley, stepping in the ring versus Vivian Harris. This is an old school fight. Chop Chop is still in the ring. I really like the dude. If you get a chance, try and look for a stream of that. Hit me up if you find one. I'd more than likely like to watch it as well. Last but not least, Saturday night, HBO Las Vegas from the Hard Rock Golden Boy Promotions presents. P.S. Don King's involved on this one. Jamie Munguia versus Liam Beefy Smith. This is for the WBO strap. Hopefully this is the last promotion for Don King. I personally plan on making the day of his departure a boxing holiday. That's it for me this week, guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Go to my Patreon, I guess. You know, I don't know what else to tell you guys because it's not really working. I'll see you guys next week.